Hey, it's Cledra, and I wanted to give you some victorious mindset training when you have just one of those weeks. If you hear some footsteps, that's my dog over here. But anyway, this week has been a true challenge for me. So, Tuesday, my husband fell down our stairs, and so he had to be taken to urgent care. And thank God nothing was broken, but he had a severe sprain. And so he was on crutches. But needless to say, that meant Tuesday night was full of time at the emergency room and not preparing for my clients like I had planned. In fact, I had to cancel all of the clients I had for Tuesday evening. So Tuesday night, he was a little restless. Wednesday, I had received information from one of my paternal aunts that my first cousin on that side, my dad's side, his son wasn't doing well. And so, that was really, I wouldn't say stressful, but my heart was heavy knowing that my cousin was dealing with the eventual loss of his son. So on Thursday, I got an email that my cousin's son had passed away. He was only 26 years old. So then the next morning, I get a message that my first cousin has passed away. And on my dad's side, the those of us who are left is it's not that many. And as an only child, my first cousins are as close as I've ever gotten to brothers and sisters. So they mean a lot to me. And so in 1 week, my husband at urgent care and now two cousins passed away. And my family is headed towards a double funeral on Monday. And so I got up really early, just really searching for answers from God. Not an answer to why, but an answer of what. What should I focus on next? What are my immediate steps? And that's what I want to um, teach you today. In those moments when you may be disoriented or you have one of those weeks, and whether it's as extreme as my week has been, where people have passed away, or whether it's one of those weeks where you just have the inevitable stresses that we have in life. I wanted to share what came to me. It's about 3:30 in the morning, and I was just outside on our deck, just really looking up and breathing in the fresh air, having my quiet time. And I was reminded of the night that my um, paternal grandmother passed away. And I remember being at home in my room that I grew up in and hearing the phone ring late at night. And my mother answered the phone, and it was my dad calling from the hospital to let her know that Granny had passed away. And so we went and rushed to the hospital very quickly. And I remember being around Granny's bed and looking at my dad, wondering, wow, how um, will he move forward after this? And he kissed her on the forehead, and then he said, I'm going to go open up my store. My dad owned a grocery store, and so I went with him thinking he can't be thinking clearly. His mom just passed. Um, and I remembered in that moment at 3:30 on my deck, standing behind my father and looking at the sign on the store. It said closed. And before he turned it around, I said, Daddy, why don't we just go home? Why don't we just go home? And he looked at me, and this is what he said. When Granny was living, I'd close and do whatever she needed whenever she needed. But my time to do anything for her is over. And when you have done all you can do, you don't go home, you move on. I want to say that again. When you have done all you can do, you don't go home, you move on. And in that moment, he turned the sign around and we went into the store and we opened up for business. And so I want to offer that perspective to you that if you have done all you can do, move on, don't go home. That's your victorious mindset training when you're having just one of those weeks or maybe even one of those seasons when you have come to the end of all that you can do. Move on. Don't go home. Till next time, you guys have a great day.